The Leo Destiny, Season 1, Episode 12. When Jocks pulled into that alley, Brian couldn't see Jocks in the side mirror of his car. The rain had intensified a little. Brian turned on his windshield wipers, and Z was staring at the alley that Jocks entered. Jocks entered the alley. It was a narrow alley. There was a metal fence in the middle of the alley, which made the alley a dead end. In front of that metal fence, there was a large trash can that the municipality had placed there. Jocks saw no creature there. Because of this, Jocks assumed that the creature jumped from the trash can and went to the other side of the metal fence. Almost to the middle of the alley, Jocks decided to go back to Brian's car. As Jocks started to walk back to the beginning of the alley, he heard a voice behind him from the side of the trash can. That sound was very strange, like a scream. Jocks quickly looked behind him. But again, there were no animals in the alley. Jocks also looked at the windows of the apartments, but there was no one behind the windows. Jocks guessed that maybe the animal Brian saw had gone into that trash can. Jocks turned back to the trash can. He slowly looked into the trash can from above, but there was nothing inside. While Jocks was bending over and looking into the trash can, he felt a shadow fall on him. When Jocks looked up, there was nothing around him, but he felt it was getting darker everywhere. He looked at the sky and noticed that the clouds had darkened a bit, and that was the reason for the sudden darkness. But the shape of the clouds had become a bit strange. The color of the clouds started to change, and strangely the color of the clouds started to turn red. Only a few seconds passed before it turned red everywhere in the middle of the day, and it was dark everywhere. At that moment, Jocks heard Z barking and ran to Brian's car. On the other side of the city, Leo was practicing archery inside the shooting club when he suddenly noticed that the club's environment was dark. He notices that due to the intensity of the clouds, less daylight enters the environment through the windows. At first, Leo also thought it was just a simple cloudy sky, and after a few seconds, he noticed that the weather outside the club was starting to turn red. Suddenly, everyone in the shooting club went to the windows and looked out in surprise. Leo also went to the window near him, and when he looked out, he realized that the whole city was covered by a red cloud. All the people were looking up at the red clouds in wonder. Back to Jocks and Brian. When Jocks reached Brian's car, while Brian was getting out of the car, Brian asked Jocks, "What are these damn clouds?" Jocks said, "I don't know. It's better not to be in the open air too much. Get in the car quickly." They got into the car, and Z was still barking. Jocks hugged Z and said, "Calm down, boy," and Z then relaxed by some amount. Jocks told Brian to head to the airport before it's too late and roll up the car windows. While driving to the airport, Brian asked Jocks, "Did you see that animal?" Jocks said there was nothing, there just a strange noise. Brian asked in surprise. Strange sound? What a strange sound. Like the sound of the beach that we heard at the festival? Jacques said, no, this voice was different. It was almost like screaming. But there was no living thing there. Jacques said, it doesn't make sense, but I feel that these red clouds have something to do with that scream. Brian said that the only thing they have in common is the strangeness of both subjects. When all the people were looking at these red clouds with surprise, after a few minutes the clouds started to disappear and the sky gradually became sunny. Jacques and Brian arrived at the airport. Brian drove the car the way Jacques told him to the military cargo entrance of the airport. When they got to the front entrance, Jacques showed his army ID and allowed their car to enter. After parking the car, they went to the delivery area. They took the device that Jacques had ordered and put it in the back of Brian's van. After delivering the cargo, they drove home, but were still shocked by the events of the morning. When they arrived at their quarters, they saw Jack and Leo standing in front of the entrance to the underground passage, talking. It was almost sunset. Leo with a duffel bag with a bow inside. When Jacques got out of the car, he joked to Leo, apparently, an archer has entered the city. After they laughed a little, Leo said, "Did you see the red clouds today?" Brian said, "Yes, my friend. It was very strange." The city was like hell for a few moments. Jack said, "Little by little, you will understand the reason for this underground renovation that I am doing." Leo and Jacques and Brian looked at each other a little surprised. Jacques said, "Old man, now that you're done talking about your beautiful basement, I have good news for you. Your order has arrived." Jack, who was very happy, went to the van, and when Brian opened the back door of the van, Jack said, "Damn." Leo said, "What is this device?" Jack said, "A secret, military, and forbidden device disrupting all waves." Jack said, "Guys, these stairs are long, and I can't take this big machine down alone. Let's take it underground so that no one notices this device." Then, with the help of each other, they took the device into the basement and entered that strange underground passage.